You're listening to the Blue Sky Radio. Blue Sky Radio.
Beautiful blue skies.
Successful. But we are mad that you consider, not consider, but you consistently are being used as a tool for the Matrix.
Used as a
idiot.
Fool. Used as a fool, not a tool.
Yeah, buffoon and
right.
tune.
Yeah.
iTunes, auto-tune, all them tunes.
All the tunes.
But they're out of tune.
But you out of tune, singing the wrong tune, and off key.
Yeah.
Fucking
Off pitch.
effing Looney Tunes.
Looney
Right.
Tunes.
Looney Tunes.
So, Brother Khan, I mean, go ahead and piggyback, go ahead and piggyback off of that.
Okay, yeah, so everything he said is 100% on nail on the head. It's sad because people have no morals no more.
No.
They have no integrity. They don't recognize the fact that you could manifest divine abundance without, compromising your self-worth and your dignity and your self-love.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I don't get. It's like, why do people feel like they have to, kiss butt and step on toes and be grimy and compromise and bend their wrist and everything to get to a higher place to be accepted by these folks that really don't care about us anyways,
Don't care.
They don't care, and it is all, like you said, it's all propaganda. They use us for their agenda so they could continue to this the programming. It's mass program, mind control, trying to get us to keep on like cattle, going straight to the slaughterhouse.
Right.
That's so important. I'm telling you, that the media, every day we have to combat the media. We have to combat what this illusion. Think about that. We're living in an illusion. The only reality is the true understanding of God. That's the only reality, the true understand. And if you want to get deeper than that, the other game is this whole black and white thing. And yes, that's coming from me, a panther, a revolutionary. That's another trick. Oh, let's have them going against each other.
Right. Feuding.
Oh, he's a devil. That's a devil. And meanwhile, it's black folks.
It's divide and conquer.
Right, divide and conquer.
Right.
Yeah.
Right in our own neighborhood.
Hey, but it's always it was a systematic approach way back when, brother, and we still institutionalized and enslaved.
Yep.
It's generational. It's been happening since slavery.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And what was that? Divide and conquer. Men against women.
Mm-hmm.
Old against young. Light against dark. Still exists. Very, very prevalent today.
Duality.
There you go.
It's duality.
And the ones who actually
Willie Lynch.
Yeah, actually now we moving to silly Lynch.
Man.
Silly should be lynched. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
So brothers and sisters like us who are blessed to see this thing beyond what it is, we become the threat. Right. Because everybody begin to look at us, okay, so what's wrong with them? Because we're not doing what you deem as to be right.
Norm.
Because you're the norm, you're stuck in an illusion.
Right.
You're stuck in the matrix. We just need to find out how deep you are so we can help you out of your situation.
Right. We're gonna come right back. We're gonna take a quick commercial break. Again, make sure you guys call in because it's just barely getting deep. We're not even close.
Scratching the surface.
We're scratching the surface right now. So you can call us at 832-518-9107. Again, this is the Jazz Chronicles here at the Blue Sky Radio, and we will be right back.
You're listening to the Blue Sky Radio. Blue Sky Radio.
Beautiful blue
The
skies.
Blue Sky Radio. We've been dreaming for this. Now we're here. You've been looking for the place to promote your small business. The Blue Sky Radio is the best place to promote your small business. The Blue Sky Radio. The Blue Sky Radio. We the best.
Do we break free? Because the matrix is everywhere. It's in institutions. It's safe to say the government. The grandfather of all matrix. You know, how do we break free? How do we get there?
You want me to tag it first? I'll go after you.
All right, cool. Let me say it starts in the mind. It's a mentality. You gotta, like she said, paradigm shift. It's a holistic shift. You gotta recognize first of all how we're feeding them our power for them to use us against us. So to break that cycle, we have to recognize the way to just like when I became vegan, I went cold turkey. But not everybody could go cold turkey. Sometimes you gotta switch out the fake salt for the sea salt. The cow pus milk for the hemp seed milk or something. And you start doing little swaps. Next thing you know, you're becoming more and more self-sustained and less dependent and less at the mercy of the matrix. And you just start. Next thing you know, you off grid. And you're just doing your own thing in your own lane and solar panels on the house, cutting out their utilities and stuff like that. Learn how to build like a water well or something, collect the rainwater and filter.
So in essence, becoming less dependent on those that deem themselves as the true source.
These colonizers need to be cut completely out.
Yeah.
They need to be obsolete from our reality, and they made it to where we have to depend on their reality. But that right there is a false reality, and that's
the matrix. That's
self-destruction. That's self-sabotage by depending on the system they got laid out for us to be on a hamster wheel. It's crash dummy.
Now, both of you mentioned off-grid. Break that down, off-grid.
Technically, we're not supposed to break down off-grid. But I will give a semi-definition. That means totally independent. That's the effective way of saying it. We can be semi off grid also, but totally off grid is not dependent on anything concerning this system. You create it, you provide it, you grow it, you till the land. That's what is considered totally off grid. You can be semi off grid. But I want to. Are we still answering that question that you were asking too? Okay, so I wanted. I think the question was. I want to make sure I understand it. How do you get off out of the matrix?
Out of the matrix.
Okay. There's a scripture. I'm always trying to preach.
That's why I call you Doc.
There's a scripture that said, "If ye," which means you, if ye be willing and obedient. Ye, meaning you, shall eat the good of the land. First of all, you got to be willing to change. We got folks right now, that are happy with this society. Complacent. And also in a wartime situation, that's one of the things we talk about. Complacency kills. We have people who say, hey, man, I got mine. Man, I ain't worried about them boys.
Yeah.
I got mine. After you done sucked the resources from the community, now you done moved on and you're not pulling nobody back.
Else.
Oh, man, I don't owe them nothing.
Right.
Oh, you don't? So we need to start identifying those folks and stop supporting them. Nat Turner said, and I'm giving a clean version, he asked them to raise their hand if you're ready for revolution. I'm giving a roundabout way he actually said it. I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah.
Everybody was ready for revolution and ready to fight back. They raised their hand. And then he asked a second one, who ready to die for?
Yeah.
The same hands didn't go up. Those are the people we got to get. So first of all, we got to identify the problems in the community. Right now, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to speak for me. Right now, I don't want to hear this stuff about the white man. I'm dealing with black slave masters right now. Gatekeepers.
Yeah.
Don't play that color line with me. We know what white folks are doing.
Doing it.
They've been doing it. So what's the difference?
What's next?
So what's next? How many times you gonna keep using that excuse? We can't use the same excuses that they did. There's more available now for us to be successful.
More knowledge, more information.
It's all available.
Yeah.
My teacher taught me that a nation can rise no higher than this woman, but he also said that our unity is more powerful than a nuclear bomb. You didn't hear what I just said. Our unity. We don't care if you Christian, Muslim, Presbyterian, black, white, whatever, albino or Martian.
Yeah.
If you want to unite, let's unite and help society.
It's power in numbers.
It's power in number. We dealing with a mindset that has to be broken.
Yeah.
Right.
Not a color.
It's the mentality.
Don't invite him back.
Nah, look, let me backdoor off of what he was saying, because that right there is, man. And Malcolm X said this: black and white, it's a mentality. You know, it's people that got skin like super carbonated, melanated, and they're like Samuel L. Jackson's out here, you know, and then it's people, you know, it's about if you got a colonial mentality, it doesn't matter what color, what shade you are.
That's right.
You're gonna be just relentlessly defending and willing to go to war for your oppressors. And that right there is, like he said, those are the bad fruits from the tree that needs to be snip. Because
uprooted,
man, they need to be eliminated and removed. Like get out of my garden. So yeah,
and you just hit on something just real briefly. Even when I was in a combat environment, I was helping folks. I went over there. You know the perception, all the Marines, all they do is kill folks. You don't know what I was doing. If I go back to Iraq right now, I have relationships with all those people for the amount of work that I did for the people to raise them up. Even in Africa, I trained the Ugandan soldiers. I don't even open up that can. Everywhere I went, I built relations, not destroy. And on record, nobody can ever say that this man has never tried to help the people. Everything I did in Iraq, I'm doing it right now. Right now. So the media. Again, the Marines, the Negroes, the white folks.
Right.
Propaganda.
They sensationalize the negative.
Thank God for the black woman.
They sensationalize the negative, and unfortunately, that's what sells. That's what keeps people plugged in, battery operated.
Controversy sells.
That's what they want to see.
Yeah.
And they never highlight the good stuff. They never highlight, you know, the positive things and the positive people that are doing positive things within the community. And it's just sad, because that's how misperceptions, wrong perceptions are created. Because if you're drilling and killing in the media is such a huge vehicle. If you're drilling and killing these images inside of people's minds and eye gates and ear gates, you know what I'm saying? Consequently, they're going to be plugged into that, and that's all they're going to know. And so that's a part of that whole systematic approach to keep people plugged into the matrix, because I'm drilling, and it's just like in education. When you're teaching people these students how to take a test. At the end of the day, you constantly drill the skill, so that it can become ingrained in the memory. So the media knows exactly what it's doing. The government knows how to play on the media. It knows how to and who to attack and target.
You just opened up something. Another thing too, when you was talking, you just made me think of something. If we can learn to master the art of communication,
there you go,
and vibration. Y'all didn't hear what I just said.
Talk about it.
Communication and vibration and tone. You know, people ask me all the time, well, how was you able to go in a meeting like that and come out with results? Because I talked to them directly, but my tone was consistent. You can basically cuss somebody out in a nice tone and they'll accept it.
It's not always about what you say, but it's how you say it.
Man, come on, man.
There you go.
Come on.
Yeah.
So these are things that, and the scripture says we have to die daily. None of us are 100% on the path to God. We have to die daily, meaning we have to always
crucify your flesh.
You just said it. Always crucify this. Always look for ways to better yourself
and rebirth.
But you should want it. You should want better for yourself. You should want that. You should not, be waddling, as we say, waddling in mess. So it's this matrix really runs deep. I really believe that the media is at the forefront of this. Even with the music, they know music is an avenue to reach the people, and they, come on, man, you know that song ain't jamming, man. You know that. What did he say? Man, that dude ain't talking about nothing,
right?
But making all the money.
We can take that on a whole spiritual level with the music and who was the the angel of music,
Lucifer.
and how music is such a strong tool to
Go ahead. You finna
to
say it.
possess the minds.
Yeah.
Music is a very powerful, powerful institution.
Yep.
You know, and I mean we can take it there, but
In a constructive
but you
way
shouldn't.
and destructive way.
right.
Yeah.
But deeper in what you was talking about, sister, goes back to that vibration. Music vibration. You constantly playing that vibration, and it hits you a certain way. Like I'm just talking about it, I'm getting goosebumps.
Yeah.
Because I'm understanding the vibe.
You're listening to the Blue Sky Radio. The Blue Sky Radio.
Beautiful blue
The
skies.
Blue Sky Radio. We've been dreaming for this. Now we're here. You've been looking for the place to promote your small business. The Blue Sky Radio is the best place to promote your small business. The Blue Sky Radio. The Blue Sky Radio. We the best.